5k training run starts now. While since I did the interval training video, the 1k intervals, and I thought I'd do another video to do with 5k. I haven't been training much recently, but I thought I'd do a 5k training run to get back into it. So here it is. I haven't been slacking off. I've just been very busy actually with gardening, landscaping work, which keeps me fit, just not so much running. But I have been doing some runs, just short ones, to keep it ticking over for a couple of weeks. It's weird wearing this GoPro on the head strap, because in the winter I could put a woolly hat over and it wasn't so obvious, but I don't really want to wear a woolly hat in the summer, so I've got a baseball cap on backwards. I'd show it to you, but obviously if you think about it, that's not possible. When I said I'd show it to you, I meant I'd show you how I've got it set up now. So obviously I'm using it to film. So this is a bit of a hilly route, like just about everything around here, but compared to most, it's not too bad. Realistically, I'm going to be trying to beat 19 minutes, and that'll be hard. I don't really know who is watching my channel or what they want to get out of it, but that 1k interval run video has been quite popular, got a few likes and started to get a couple of comments as well, so that made me think of doing this one. I mean, I don't know how interesting it is just to sit and watch someone running. At least I'm talking, if that adds a bit of interest, I don't know. But it's not great if you're watching it at a time you could be running. I want to get people running rather than stop them running. But if it somehow inspires people, then great. When I haven't done a decent run for a while, actually I just enjoy it, the freedom of just being able to let go and run. Provided you're relaxed about what time you get, then you can just enjoy being able to let yourself go with the running and not worry about whatever else is happening that's taking up your time. Uh-oh, I've got this set to miles rather than kilometres, but I'm pretty sure it's just under 3.05 miles for 5k, and I know the route anyway. I've done it many a time. So coming up to 1 mile, that's lap 1, 5 minutes 53. That's okay, but it's downhill, so for a good time I'd want to be faster than that. But anyway, like I said, maybe 19 minutes would be good today, and that's probably sort of on track for that if I just keep pushing it. It doesn't exactly make it sound easy, but my strategy to get a good time is just to push the pace that 5% extra whenever you think of it. So I'm on the flat now, perfect time to just push the pace, just find that extra rhythm. Because provided you run efficiently, really, to get set in a 5% faster rhythm, it's not really any harder than the rhythm where you're just, to be honest, slacking off a bit. Because you can sustain a slightly faster pace than you think. The mistake is to go that little bit too fast. So just think about getting that rhythm up a notch at all times. If it's uphill a bit like now, the shorter strides, keep the rhythm. So I'm lucky with these very suburban roads. They're pretty quiet, quite a lot of it. So you can run in the road, as long as you're careful, of course. And you can think about the camber, which is how much the road curves. Because roads are in a slight arch or hump shape to keep the rainwater off. And for some people who aren't aware of this, sometimes it's actually a cause of, or a contributory factor to various twinges and pains and strains. Because one side of the body is having to work harder than the other, or in a different way, and it causes an imbalance. Another thing people sometimes miss is leg length. Sometimes one of your legs can be just slightly longer than the other, and that can cause an imbalance. Actually, I'm pretty sure that's the case for me. So if I run on the right hand side, because my right leg is slightly longer, it sort of corrects the imbalance. So that's actually the most comfortable place for me to be, on the right hand side. Having said that, of course, you don't want to overcorrect problems that you have. So for example, if you put an extra sole in one shoe to make your legs exactly the same length, but you exactly compensate for the length. There could be other knock-on effects because your body will have already compensated to an extent. So I tend to say just half correct things, so go some way towards it, maybe put a thin extra sole in one foot, or with a camber run for more of the time on the camber that suits you, but not all the time. Right, I need to push the pace again. Talking does take energy away from running at your optimum rhythm and speed. I hope it's not all wasted because it's a bit of a breeze today. Still, if I'm talking all this time and you can't hear me or listen because of the wind sound, never mind. Right, rhythm, short strides, attack. It's annoying without the kilometre splits because they really help to focus my mind. I just have to make do with the mile splits. Got 2 miles coming up before too long, 1.84 at the moment. Right, the uphill slog begins. Yes, it's true, some of the road names and place names around here are hilarious, if you noticed. You just get used to it eventually. Mile 2, 6:24, not very fast. Just doing the decent thing and looking away from passerby to respect their privacy. Sometimes bump into people I know here, but I don't know if that happened today. So yeah, I suppose one thing that could be useful in this video is hearing how I breathe. Like, how out of breath should you be if you're already pushing the pace? Not that I'm really pushing the pace, but because you should be struggling to talk, which I'm not quite. I could carry on, I'm going to demonstrate now, carry on talking a bit more. I'm not talking because I can't, it's more because I want to use as much of my breath as I can for the running. But if I was pushing the pace a bit more, it really should be shorter sentences. Another thing, you can measure your breath against your strides. So I think for a decent pace, 1 breath to 3 strides, bearing in mind I do relatively short strides. But because I'm going uphill, trying to push the pace, it's closer to 1 breath to 2 strides. That's good. I'm going for it. The only thing about 1 breath to 2 strides, possibly 1 breath to 4, is that I think it can contribute to a stitch. I mean, researchers still don't know exactly the causes of stitches, but it's one of the, I think, better evidence hypotheses. If your breathing matches your stride, it's another imbalance. Because it affects your, obviously the diaphragm's a muscle for breathing in and out, but you probably brace other muscles around it, and there's a knock-on effect of your diaphragm contracting and expanding. So if your stride matches your breathing, you've got a different muscle configuration for the out breath compared with the in breath. It's 2.5 miles. For the last bit, I've got to run along the road and then run back again. It'd be better to have a neat loop, but it's not an ideal world, so this is the way that I do it. It's just to keep it relatively flat, mate. Partly anyway. Right, push it again. 16.5 minutes. Is going to be tough actually. Really tough. Almost impossible, sadly, I think. Just shows what talking does. Kind of post box to post box this run, and a bit more. Actually, it's not as bad as I thought. Oh, hang on. No, I was thinking 3 miles. I need to do 3.05. Oh, thought I was closer to the end than I was. It might just be possible after all, though. Pretty much close to a sprint finish. Okay, that's 3 miles, 6:17 for that mile. Yeah, 6:17 it was. That's pretty good for the uphill. I went faster than the one before, which was flat. Oh god. Oh, I've done it. 3:06, 18:55. And 6:11 average pace, I think it was. 344 calories with all this extra stuff you don't really need. Finished sooner than I expected. That's brilliant. You give yourself achievable goals. You feel great when you achieve them, and also, like then, I wasn't too worried, so I wasn't pushing it that hard, trying to really kill myself or anything. And then when it came to the end, I found the motivation to really do practically a sprint finish in order to meet the goal. Or even if 19 minutes had been totally unrealistic, I might have sprinted to get 19:30. So my point is, you can come up with goals as you go. Like, I could have set off on the run today with a goal purely just to run for more than 10 minutes or something, and then I could have decided as I got going, when I was feeling really good, better than I expected, I could then say, oh, I'm actually going to do a 5k. That's probably enough of my psychology. I just thought I'd do a little walk or run in the woods to finish off, because I saw the path into the woods earlier. I thought, oh, I wish I was doing that, running on the trails. Haven't run in the woods for a while. I saved it till after I'd done the 5k. Here I am now. It's a bit of a stony path, this one, but there are better ones. Right, I'm going to turn around here, I think. Head on back. And maybe stop the video here so it's not too ridiculously long. So I've been Chris PT, and hopefully I'll be doing another video shortly. Right.